This one is their original systems. They use in the 1981 a very large IP PBX in their headquarters, the original systems. And for the new solutions, they use the OMX, the Neuroc Cloud PBX, and New Link in a cluster deployment mode. And they use SIP trunk to dock with the original eSpace for our IP PBX. And we also deploy OM1000T digital trunk gateway to connect to the PSTNs. Also, as I said, they require the recordings. This is the recording management system and the unified management system in the headquarters. So for there are many branches around the countries, they have deployed the IMX gateways to connect with the headquarters digital gateways and cloud PBX. We're using the NAT traversal service, which is for the multi-site networking. And also they want to have this like 100 parties meetings, and they deployed one set of New Link at their headquarters. So all their branches staff can join the meetings via a New Link on their PCs or on their app. So basically, this is our alternative solutions for the Huawei. They use SIP trunk to talk with each other. And these are the customer values. As I said, as a financial enterprise, they have a very high requirement on the reliabilities. So the New Link Cloud, OMS Cloud PBX support the 5 nines carrier level reliabilities, can ensure that their voice systems has 0 audio interruptions. And for the multi-site networking and the unified management of all the devices, they use the UMS for the monitoring the device status. Also, this UMS has a large screen to monitor in a visual ways, visualization the systems, help the non-professionals to understand what is the system going on. This is the UMS and the recording management part. Also, they have this recording management for some customer service and sales recordings for the extensions. And the recording system also support a dual hot automated standby systems, which they have a main recording system and a backup ones. It can support 300 sites and 6 channels of the simultaneous calls in the real times. Also, we can achieve the centralized recording management files at the headquarters. The next one is, this is second solutions. We use OM8000 to document with the original Huawei systems. Also, we use the SIP trunk. This is a similar at the previous one, although this time we use on-premise PBX for the systems. So the next one is it's also used for the multi-site networking. They are the same solutions, similar solutions, because this enterprise had 6 large offices and 16 medium offices and many other small offices scattered in the countries. Its requirement is their UC systems has to have the audio and video calls, meetings, and LDAP, and etc. for their daily business communications. Also, this voice and video meetings need to have the high qualities. The transmission bandwidth can dynamically adjust according to their network qualities. Even as the loss rate is more than 20%, we can also adopt a 48K full brand voice codec to provide the users with a HD voice quality. Also, they have this dual redundant backup for the K systems. They can use the local deployed IP gateways to connect to the local PSTN lines for the survivabilities. Let's see the topology of this solution. This one is the original solution they adapt with Huawei. We can see from a main data center, a backup data center for the disaster recovery, and these are the large PBX and their IP phones. And these are their big sites, middle size, and macro site with different size of IP PBX and IP phones. Also, they connect to the PSTN at locally. So this is our alternative solutions for these customers. We use the OMX, the cloud PBX to replace the original U1981 PBX at the headquarters. Also, we adopt a automated mechanism. We have a backup data centers deploy a similar devices as the main data centers. Also, we use the digital trunk gateway to connect to the PSTNs, and we can see the desktop extensions and a new link for their staff meetings. At their different sites around the country, we can see the large site, middle site, and have different size of IP PBX and connect to the PSTN. So we can fully use the new rack devices to as a alternative solutions for the Huawei devices. The next one is a airport project we have done in the Africa airport. I'm gonna introduce some customer background of this one. So it is an international airport located in the third largest city in North Central Africa country. It is a civilian and military complex that provides air services to the cities and its surrounding areas. The airport can operate domestic and international passengers and cargoes to the around countries. It has like 1,000 airport service staff, which means like 1,000 extensions at this airport. And they are using a Huawei system originally, and it's failing frequently and affecting the airport's daily operation communications. So the airport wants to deploy a stable, reliable VoIP systems with high concurrencies because it has like 1,000 staffs for daily communications on top of their existing analog systems. This we can see a topology of the new rack solutions. They have different offices. They have the walkie-talkies and they have the office extensions. Also, they have the original analog phones and fax machines. They have this command center which can use the new rack console phones. For the Apple server rooms, they require a billing software and the unified management software and the recording management software. They use OM 1000 IP PBX UC and the OM 1000 digital trunk gateways to connect to the public phone lines. Let's see, here is original Huawei airport solutions. As I said, they have this command system, the IP PBX, the broadcast, the recording, the audio recorder, and the UMS, the Huawei UMS, and the billing softwares. And for the user end, they have IP phones, walkie-talkies, and soft console, analogs, and fax. So these are the devices they were originally in use with Huawei at this airport. So how can new racks devices fully replace these unfunctional models of the original solutions? We use the OM 8000 to replace the large Huawei IP PBX, and we use a third-party Zibo billing software for their BMU service management servers. And we use a different kind of IP phones to replace the Huawei IP phones. And we have Nihao, the soft consoles, to replace the original soft consoles. Here is a certificate of Huawei, which means we can access to Huawei's IMS terminal and have the interoperabilities and to compatible with their other products. So we have this airport, like airport customers might deploy in the 2022, and we can fully replace the function of the original systems and realize the unified management of the whole new systems. So you can go to our website to see a more closer look of this case study. And we are going to go to the product mapping part. So here is the Huawei IPBX we have listed that is discontinued in recent years. We can see a different size of them, like from 100 users to the 40,000 users, the very large ones. And for the New Rock IPBX, we have the OM80E that can mapping to their smaller IPBX like this. These are the mapping relationships of the New Rock and Huawei IPBX. So if customers have encountered to replacement for the unfunctional Huawei models, they can choose some of the New Rock's products. So the next one is the gateways. They have the 4x ports to the 224 FX port. So New Rock also provides the 296 FX or FXO ports will IP gateways. The MX series will IP gateway is widely used in many of our projects. These are the similar mapping relationship between our products. The third one is IP phones. New Rock provides from entry-level IP phones to the video phones and also the console phones. So we also do a similar mapping. Although these products are not totally the similar, but they have the same functions. They can be replaced at the similar scenarios. So this is the Huawei part. And they have for the hardware part, and for the software part, we can see they have this consoles for different of devices from PC, mobile, and we can have Newlink to have the similar functions. Newlink can work on the PC, mobiles, and many other devices. For the system management, for the larger products, they have the BMU, the eSite. Also, New Rock can use the UMS for the unified management to replace the similar functions. And for the management business applications, we have the Newlink for the IP agent. For the recording requirement, we have the IMS, which is the recording management systems. So basically, these are some mappings of our softwares. If some of the products require software alternatives, New Rock can also provide the similar products. So basically, we're going to the second of the Cisco. As the Cisco solution, we use the New Rock SBCs for the heterogeneous networking. Here, as we can see, also we are going to use a case study to tell how can Newlink products to connect with the Cisco CUC app. We have a customer in Shanghai that was using the DingTalk, which is a similar software such as Teams and Cisco for the business communication and collaborations. They use the Cisco CUC, which is a unified communication manager for the telephone services. And the two systems are separate, relatively independent. But the business want to combine this DingTalk and their telephone systems into together. So we can provide a solution to combine these separated systems together. So here they also have some requirements. They have like 1,000 extensions and had a max up to 200 concurrent calls for the daily communications. And they want to expand in the future if for the business needs. Also, they need the system to have a hot standby to meet the carrier's level at reliability and security. Also, the digital trunk gateway needs to support link redundancy and load balancing. The new system needed to dock with the existing CUCM to achieve internal calls and meeting functions. They want to use DingTalk not only as a information communication tools, also they want to use DingTalk for their mobile extensions, like use DingTalk to call the extension numbers and call the customers. So let's see the topology of this one. we deploy IP PBX. This one is their original communication system. They use the Cisco COCM in the server rooms. For the new systems, we use the OM IP PBX with a hot automated standby mode, and we connect to the Cisco COCM with by SIP trunk, and we use a session border controller, the Neuroc OM1000 SBC, to connect to the DINTalk, and the SBC is connect to the OM IP PBX. And we use the digital trunk gateways to connect to the PSTN. So the separated system, like the DINTalk and their original COCM, are combined together by our SIP trunk and SBCs. By this solution, they can achieve the requirements as we previously mentioned, and they can now use DINTalk as a mobile extensions to call outside numbers and call the extensions. So these are the solution alternatives, customer values. First of all, is high reliability, because the Neuroc IP PBX supports the 509 telecom level reliabilities to promise their daily business communication has 0 interruptions. And we have, by this deployment, we have achieved a multi-system integrations. We use the SBC to connect to the DINTalk, and use the SBC to connect to the Neuroc IP PBX, and use SIP trunk to connect between the Neuroc IP PBX and Cisco COCM. And also, our IP PBX provides open API interface, which is compatible with different brands of equipment and systems. It is for the future expand. If they want to add more extensions, they can just register on the OM 8000 IP PBX. So this is for the Cisco COCM case study. And for the third one is Avaya's. Avaya CI, I'm sure some of you are very familiar with, and also they want to replace the new system with a new solutions. This one has larger extensions, like 6,000 extensions and 500 concurrent calls, which need to use our large IP PBX. And they have the office in Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen that requires for networking, and they want to their systems to support the call billing, accounting, call inquiry, and reminder, and many other extra services. Need to support unified management. Need to support a contact book, the enterprise contact book, because they have like 6,000 extensions. And they want to have a centralized management of the recording files. So they also require the system to reach the telecom levels, reliability, and securities. So here we do the similar replacement for the Avayas. The original is using Avaya CM and use SIP trunk to connect to the Neuroc IP PBX, and use the digital trunk gateway to connect to the PSTNs. And there are other softwares like the billings, the UMS, and the IMS. And for their different branches, we can use the multi-site networking with NAT travel service to connect different branches to the headquarters. So they are similar solutions. And here are the solution values. They have the high reliability that support max up 8,000 users with 800 concurrent calls to promise a 0 interruption. And they use the UMS for the equipment operation and maintenance. The multi-site networking allow their different locations extensions call each other for free because they are in the same voice network. And for the real-time billing, we can connect with Zibo, the third-party billing softwares, and call recordings. The IMS is also support hot automated standby mechanism. They can have the backup of the recording files. So this is a case study for finance enterprise, which is originally used Avaya system, and we replace them with the OM product, Nurak products with IP PBX, digital trunk gateways, and other like the billing software and recording management softwares and analog gateways. They are similar solutions. So this is the previous 3 major brands alternative solutions. Let's see what SBC, the Nurak SBC can do in these solutions. It's for the heterogeneous network. Because our customers normally have different systems, they need to connect to the ITSPs, the IMS, and they need to connect to their OA systems like the Teams, WebEx, and they need to connect to the voice communication system like the IP PBX and many other features like web RTCs. For the different systems, they have different protocols. So the Nurak SBC is compatible with the mainstream signaling and media protocols. It can eliminating the difference between the different manufacturer solutions and networks and help the enterprise to build a unified communications. This is the SBCs for the heterogeneous networking. We can see here in the Cisco case studies, here is the BeanTalk, their daily communication systems. This can be Newlink, Teams, WebEx, and other brands softwares. And here is their IP PBX communications. So SBC can compact with the communication systems and can compact with their collaboration systems. So bring the two together to build a unified communication systems and protect our users' original investment, because they don't have to replace any of them at their original topology. They only need to add SBC and to achieve a unified communications. If you have any familiar with Teams directory routing solutions, this is a similar one with them, because Teams use a third party's SBC to connect with the Teams and their voice communication systems. So we have similar solutions here. So the happy part, we come to the question for the price. As Bella mentioned at our beginning, that we prepared IP phones for our attendees today. And we have a question. The first one who can answer this question will get this prize. So you can unmute yourself or you can type the answer into the chat box to give us your answers. Here is a question. In the third-party extension and replacement solution, which method cannot be used for the Nurak IP PBX docking with a third-party equipment? Please notice this is a method not can be used, which means the 3 of 4 can be used for the dockings. So let's get started. The first one can have our prize today.
This is only one is correct, not C or not D, just one. Okay. so Mr. Lost, maybe you need to think again. Okay.
Oh.
Can you turn your audio, Mr.
I think we already have a winner. He typed in the chat box.
Yeah, D is correct. Yes, the first one is sorry.
we don't know how to pronounce the name. Can you turn on your speaker? Tell us your name and your company name.
Yeah, the first one. 这个名字怎么读？
No who. No who.
它在第几个？我怎么找不到它？
到下面的。
需要。
This is the correct answer because D is right. I think we can through the digital trunk, analog trunk, and SIP trunk to connect with the third-party VoIP products.
Yeah, Mr. NHU. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. So I think you are first one to get the correct answer. Can you turn your audio? So
it's okay. I guess we can you can contact Bella or Hannah after our webinar to have your prize for today. All right. So to ensure our smooth implementation of the project, a POC test is recommended prior to the project. So you can have a full communication with our tech support team and sales team to make sure the project goes smoothly. So I'm gonna continue. So the final one is a compatible list we made for the products of Cisco, Avaya, and Huawei's, which this presentation will be sent after the meetings, and you can have a closer look of all this products we support to dock with. So the first is Huawei's East-based U19 series, from the larger one to the smaller ones. And the user terminals, the IP phones, the different series of IP phones, and Cisco's IP PBX, the COCM manager, and their terminals, and Avaya's IP PBX, the CM, and their user terminals. Basically, all the terminals that support standard SIP terminals, we are in the series we are able to be connected with. Although a POC test is always recommended prior to the project. Thank you for your listening. Basically, this is our presentation today for the Cisco, Huawei, Avaya for the alternative solutions and products. If you have any questions, you can type in the chat box or open your mic and talk to us. Our tech manager, Romeo, and Mr. Xue is here to help answer all these questions. Thank you. You guys are welcome. Any questions is welcomed. So don't be shy or nervous.
yes, we will send the presentation after the meeting. Also, for the webinar, we just introduced some solution we provided to our customers. So if you meet any similar projects, you can just discuss with us. Our team will also prepare the solution as a reference for you. So that is also highly welcomed, okay? So if no any questions, we will close this meeting today. And if you need the PowerPoint, just send the news to the sales. We will send it to you. Okay.
See you guys.